We're in front of a candy shop, Pippi, they said. Well, I know, said Pippi. Come on, hop off the horse. Let's go and buy a spink in the candy shop, said Pippi. So they marched into the shop, and Pippi marched up to the counter and said, "Excuse me, I would like to buy a bag of spink. And I want it to be nice and crunchy." The lady behind the counter looked at Pippi and Tommy and Annika and said, spink. I don't believe we have that. Well, you must have it, said Pippi. All well-stocked shops carry spink. Yes, but we've just run out of it, said the lady, who had never even heard of spink, but did not want to admit it. She did not want to tell the children that her shop did not have what all the other shops apparently had. Oh, but you did have it yesterday, said Pippi. Oh, please tell me how it looked. I've never seen spink in my whole life. Was it red and stripy? Well, then the lady blushed a little and said, no, I don't actually really know what it is. And in any case, we don't have any. I'm so sorry. That's okay, said Pippi. And they walked towards the door. And Pippi said, then I will just have to keep on looking. If I find it nice, candy store lady, I will come and let you know. I'm not going home without any spink, said Pippi. The next store was the hardware store. A salesman bowed politely to the children. And Pippi said, "Hello there. I would like to buy a spink, but I want it to be the best kind and the one that is used for catching lost shoes from a river." Pippi said. The salesman looked sly as a fox. Let's see, he said. He took out a small rake. Is this the right size? He said to Pippi. Pippi looked indignantly at him. That's what professors call a rake, Pippi said. But it happens to be a spink that I am looking for, she said to the man. Don't try to fool an innocent child, she said. The salesman laughed heartily and said, well, unfortunately, we do not have the thing that you want. Ask in the store around the corner. They carry notions. Notions, said Pippi. Well, that's a curious word. Come on, I know just the shop. Off we go. Perhaps they will have what I'm looking for. And off they went around the corner. But on the way, Pippi had another thought. Maybe spink is a sickness. Maybe I have to ask the doctor. Annika knew where the doctor lived because she had gone there before when she had a nasty cough. Pippi rang the bell. Bing, bong. And the nurse answered. I would like to see the doctor, please, said Pippi. I have a terrible, terrible case of the spink. And she stuck her tongue out so the nurse could look into her throat. She said, oh my goodness, come in, dear children, come in. I will take you straight in to see the doctor. And there was the doctor. "Hello, and what is the matter with you?" he said. Pippi opened her clear blue eyes and pulled back her tongue into her mouth and said, "I'm afraid I've got the spink," she said, "because I itch all over. And when I sleep, my eyes close. And sometimes I have hiccups. And on Sunday, I do not feel very well after having eaten a dish of shoe polish and milk. My appetite is quite hearty, but sometimes I get the food down my windpipe and then nothing good comes of it. It must be the spink which bothers me. Tell me, is it contagious?" Oh, what's that over there? Just one second. Oh, there we are. Sorry, there was a little buzzing sound. I think there was a little fly that needed to get out. The window is open. "Is it contagious?" said Pippi. Oh, there it goes. "Goodbye, fly. Thank you for leaving. Much better outside than inside. Tell me, is it contagious?" The doctor looked at Pippi's rosy face and said, "I think that you are healthier than most. I'm sure you are not suffering from the spink." Pippi grabbed him eagerly by the arm. "Oh, but there is a disease by that name, is there?" "Well, no," said the doctor, "there isn't. But even if there were, I don't think that it would have any effect on you. You are very, very healthy." Well, Pippi looked a bit sad. She made a deep curtsy to the doctor as she said goodbye, and so did Annika. Tommy bowed, and then they went out to the horse who was waiting by the fence. Now, not far from the doctor's house was a high 3-story house with a window open on the upper floor. Pippi pointed toward the window and said, "Oh, it wouldn't surprise me if there was a spink up there. I'll dash up quickly and see." And up she went. She climbed up the water spout as fast as anything. And when she reached the level of the window, she climbed over the windowsill and tumbled into the room. And in the room sat 2 ladies drinking tea. Imagine their astonishment when all of a sudden a red-headed girl with pigtails tumbled through the window. And she said, "Hello there! Is there any chance a spink lives here?" The 2 ladies cried in terror, "Good heavens! What are you saying, child? Has something escaped?" "Well, that's exactly what I would like to know," said Pippi. "Maybe it's under the bed." And the ladies screamed, "Ah! Does it bite?" "I think so," said Pippi. "It's supposed to have tremendous fangs." The 2 ladies clung to one another, and Pippi looked around curiously, including under the bed, for she was not afraid of a fanged thing under the bed. But she said with a sigh, "There isn't as much as a spink's whisker around here. Excuse me for disturbing you fine ladies. I just thought I would ask, since I happen to be passing by." And with that, she climbed out of the window and slid down the water spout again, where Tommy and Annika were waiting. And she said, "There isn't any spink in this town. Let's just ride back home and have some cake." And that's what they did. When they jumped down from the horse outside the porch, Tommy came close to stepping on a little beetle which was crawling on the gravel path. Oh, be careful not to step on that beetle, Pippi cried. All three children bent down to look at the little beetle. It was such a tiny thing with green wings that gleamed like metal. What a pretty little creature, said Annika. I wonder what it is. It is not a June bug, said Tommy. It's not a ladybug either, said Annika. And it's certainly not a stag beetle. I wonder what it is. And all at once, a radiant smile lit up Pippi's face. And she said, I know what that beetle is called. Are you sure? Said Tommy doubtfully. Yes, that beetle is a spink, said Pippi with delight. Don't you think I know a spink when I see one, said Pippi. Have you ever seen anything so spink-like in your life? She carefully moved the beetle to a safer place where no one could step on it. Oh, my sweet little spink, she said tenderly. I knew I would find you at last. But isn't it funny? We've been hunting all over town for a spink, and there was one outside Villa Vellicula all this time. The beautiful end of chapter, whatever chapter, it doesn't matter. Chapter 3, I think. So, keep an eye out for precious, beautiful little spink beetles. There might be one on your path. Maybe you can make up a new word. Just put some letters together and say them out loud until you find a new word. Invent one. And then invent what it means. Thank you for flying in. It was lovely to see you with Pippi today. And I'll see you another day. Big hugs. Mwah.